We've gone live for day 19, day 19 of 21 day reset. And it's been incredible. Incredible month. Looking forward to, getting out of the month. It's as wonderful as it is, it becomes really, really intense when you're focused so intentionally upon a subject or a topic or an idea, right? And as much as I love fasting and praying and being intentional about a certain topic, it's, you fixate on it. It becomes all consuming, which is where the place of desire and vision gets birthed. So it's absolutely amazing. You don't want to stay in that. You want to stay in that intensity throughout the year, but you want to mix life, right? You want to mix life and different streams into life, instead of just focusing on one thing so intently for the month. I mean, I like to eat what I want to eat at times. Even though I'm very disciplined, I like to eat what I like to eat. When you're on a month fast and focus and intention, that is restricted. And as wonderful as it is, I like it when it's not all the time too. I hope that you've really enjoyed your month of intentionality, your month of, intense intentionality or reflection or devotion, refining your commitments and what it is, creating your idea of what you want your year to look like. I hope that you've really enjoyed this. Today, I love this topic on day 19 is aligning actions with vision. And this is powerful because I've seen this manifested in my own life, in my family's life, in my clients that I work with life when they really comprehend the way that things work, when we get very intentional, we get clear on what it is that we want, and we commit our ways to it and set action steps. But not only that, how we create a desire within ourselves. Everything starts with a seed, a thought, an idea that you just know that is like a God-breathed, God-given idea. And it grabs a hold, it grips your heart, and you don't really fully understand why it grips your heart or your mind, or you love that idea and you get so fired and so excited about it. You're not too sure, but it is like intense. You just know that it needs to happen. Have you ever had something like that where you just have had an idea or you believed in something, you wanted something so badly, and you just, got really creative about it, and you couldn't take your mind. It's like falling in love for the first time. You just can't take your mind off that other person. You want to be with them all the time. Have you ever had a dream or a picture or a vision like that? You just can't get your mind off of it. You just completely want to dive into learning about it, growing in it, surround yourself with other people that love that. I'm a visionary person, so like my life is intense like that all the time. People that are around me would know that, but it's really good was when you understand that when you take a thought and a desire and you mix it with emotion, with an intense emotion, and really focus in on that intensity, and you to a point of you're visualizing it, you're reading it, you're rinse and repeating it every day. It's like on your mind, and to the point where you write it out on a vision board or you write it out on a statement. You make it in places that you see it every single day. This is a really important key that I really want to teach you, that a thought is a thought unless it's mixed with a desire, a burning desire. And it's created a picture. We see in pictures. Like if I was to mention to you, if talking about a fridge, what kind of fridge do you like? And, how do you, when you go to a fridge and you're taking out a carton of milk, you start to visualize a fridge, and be assured it's probably your own fridge that you're seeing when I'm talking about a fridge, because that's the way that our brains work. We see in pictures, we don't see in words. When you're thinking about something, when I'm talking about your car, you don't see the word car in your mind, right? You actually see a picture of a car. So it's really important, because mixing that desire, that idea, that thought, that belief, intensifying it with a picture of something, and something that, you need to keep in front of you to keep it focused, to keep that intensity, that, that passion up for that idea and belief, is a very important component. It's not woo woo, it's actually the way that our brain works. It's it's the way that we really pattern ourselves, our brain patterns an activity, and it orders a plan. That's how we can get really imaginative and very creative when we think on that picture, when we think on that idea over and over and over again, and we stay steady with it. Even so, it's not woo woo, it's an actuality. And for faith people out there, it's not woo woo. So get over that idea, because it's actually scriptural. In Habakkuk 2:2, it says, write the vision that a man may run with it. Write out that vision so that a person may run with it who sees it. It says, write down the revelation. Write down the revelation and make it plain. Make it plain as day. Make it plain on tablets, it says. So we don't have tablets on your walls, on your boards, on your chalkboards, on the mirrors. I think I talked about that the last day. Write it wherever you can so that you can see it. It says, for the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end, and it will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. And this is the problem, is that we don't wait for it. We get bored. We get discouraged. We don't write it on the tablets. We don't make it, we don't put it in front of us. We don't write it out because we don't believe, what if it doesn't come true? We don't want to disappoint ourselves, right? We don't want to carry that doubt. So we don't do anything with it. But this is how your brain works. This is how your body works. This is how we align our mind, our intellectual mind that we've been given to think on things, to accept and reject ideas. It's how we use our brains intellectually. And then we're blessed, with a physical body, and we live from that, right? Our physical body releases senses. We have a nervous system that, releases energy, releases thought patterns, releases through our whole body. When you're listening to a scary, you hear a scary music, or watching a scary movie, or the movie gets really intense, your body starts to sweat, it heats up, it starts to respond, right? That's what happens. We got to get that body into response with our vision, with our idea, with our belief, in a positive way. When you're so in love with your kids and you're so in love with your partner, what happens? Your heart beats faster, your body warms up, and it just gets, so good. I remember when my kids were little, and I look at them, and I still look at you the same way, kids, so don't worry. But when you were really little, and my grandson, my heart would hurt because it would just be so in love. I'd look at them, and my heart would just would ache, because I felt so passionately for them. I just love them so much. And for a parent, you know what I'm talking about. So my body responds, right? You want to respond, and then your spiritual, your spiritual being, your spirit responds when it's in alignment. When your mind is committed to that thought and that idea, and you're going to believe with it, with your whole heart, your whole mind, your whole soul, there's nothing that can stop it. There's really nothing can stop it. When that idea that God said, but when God gives you something, He will not change His idea about you. He does change His mind when we ask, when we ask and pray for Him to change His mind. He will align right with us. And we need to do the same way. We need to change our minds and align with the truth, align with what we believe, but align with what we desire, align with, that vision. You have a good intentional heart. When your intention is good. If your intention is not good, then it's different. But I'm talking to my friends out here. You have a good heart. You have good intention. You have the right intention with your life of wanting to be bigger, to serve, to give. These are my people. These are the people that are listening to me, that you have good intention. You have good heart. You have big dreams and ideas, not just for yourself, but for your family, for your community, for your country, globally. You're into transformation. You're looking to employ people. You're looking for growth. You're looking, not to live a limited life, but to live abundant life, right? And so you really need to feed that idea. And that comes with writing on a tablet, putting it in front of your face everywhere you go. We used to laugh when I was a kid. My mom, if we needed something to sell, we needed something to move. Oh, it started with her wanting a job, a specific branch she wanted to work at. And the job position, would come up and she'd like, oh, that would be so good. She she got passionate about it. She got excited. Her body, you just see her energy got really excited. She really wanted that, but her mind wasn't really fully into agreement. She didn't know. She's like, oh, I'm not really qualified for that job. I'm not really, I'm probably not going to get it. She still will do this from time to time. She'll want something, but she'll feel bad about asking for something and she'll downplay it. But when my mom put it on the fridge, she made up her mind that she was going to commit to it. She was going to make a commitment to belief and faith that it was going to happen. And so she would put whatever it is that she was praying for, she would be asking for, and she knew it would be bigger than herself, but she knew that God would give it to her. God would do it for her. And so she would put it up on the fridge and she would walk past that fridge and she'd say, thank you for that job. Thank you for that job at such and such address. Thank you that it's mine, that you can give me anything. You can do all things. And she would literally do that. And it got so humorous because we knew that when things went on the fridge and she declared it, she did. She'd yell it out. She'd put her arms up in the air, right? And she'd say, thank you, Jesus. We got to be in thankfulness ahead of time, receiving it. That's what faith is. Even before we have it, even before we see it, we're being thankful of it. So she would be thankful. She would clap her hands. Maybe that's, she'd get, really excited about it. And she'd go after it on the fridge. And we knew if it was on the fridge, it was happening. There was no turning back. There was sometimes when she'd put something in the fridge and my dad would be like, oh, I don't really want that. That's not what I want. Like, don't put that on the fridge. Don't put that on the fridge. I don't want that. Just being funny. But that's the way that it works for her, for you, for me, is to continue to feed that vision and take steps towards what it is that you want, what you're creating in your life. You're a co-creator and you need to take this step. You need to take this action. I have a picture. I have an idea that I'm, stewarding for many years. And it's so awesome how it's taking time. It says, though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and it will not delay. As I'm taking steps forward in belief, committing to that belief, right? Receiving it. And sometimes my belief is not big enough. Maybe sometimes my faith is, how is that even going to happen? Am I good enough to receive that? These are the things. As a man thinketh in your heart, so is he. So I've wrestled with that, and that delays it. When you're going against what it is that you want, right? You're saying that you're being double-minded. You say you want this and you feel like in your heart it's supposed to be, but then you talk yourself out of it or, you doubt it. You're moving yourself away from it or from it moving towards you, and you delay the process. So don't delay the process. Don't delay the process. It says it will certainly come and it will not delay. When we commit ourselves to what it is that we know that we want in our life, what we're going to go after, what we want to grow, surround yourself with like-minded people. I have a mastermind that I am running once a month with my coaching clients and my mastermind group, where we'll come together once a month and share about the activities. What steps are you taking towards what it is that you want? And this is a great variety of people with dreams, and their dreams are so beautiful, and I uphold what it is that they want, and I get excited for them. I get so excited for them to feel safe to share what it is that they want and what they're going after, and committing to what action steps they're going to take to move towards that vision. So start with creating a vision board, creating a vision statement for what it is that you want. Write it out every single day until it starts to formulate, till it starts to bubble, until you get really excited about that idea, that vision, and creating steps of what you can do every day to bring yourself closer to it, or for God to bring it closer to you, right? For God and his universe are working for your good. And so when you commit your way to it, when you commit your way to what it is that you're desiring, you're going after it, God wants the very best for you. And you will see things coming at you in every direction. And you'll be like, where were you hiding all my life? And it gets really, really exciting. But these are the keys that you need to put in your hands to ask, receive it before you even have it, feed it, write it out, that you may run with it, that you will not delay, that you will not get discouraged, but you'll see it and you'll commit to the belief of it, and it will take place. So, what can you do today to take a step forward closer to what it is that you're creating for 2025 or your year ahead? I believe in you, and I believe in me, and I believe in our dreams happening together. Be well, and I'll see you for day 20.